In my last video, I mentioned selling a bunch of Zapdos cards and some other things. So in this video, we're going to talk about those other things. But before we do that, I must mention I do have a weekly podcast that does upload traditionally every week. Link down below in the description, called the Slab Podcast. Go check it out. Also, we'll be streaming live this Sunday, recapping and going through my auction that ended on Z&G Emporium. So check it out. As you can clearly see on the screen, I am not just selling Zapdos cards, right? So I did send Z&G Emporium, I don't even know what it was exactly, 43-ish cards. I have them all watch listed, so these are all going to end next Sunday. Yes, literally almost 1 week from now, a bunch of these cards that were in my personal collection, and majority of them weren't PC cards. A majority of them were things I was buying off PS, and you'll see what those are. But I have gone through, highlighted all the ones that I believe were mine, and we're going to go through them. As you can see from the rip is a Needleworm, PSA 9, a Morphing Jar, PSA 9, both the ultra rare variants, and then a Gold Star Kyogre CGC 9.5. Now, it is what it is. So I do have another Needleworm. I don't have another Morphing Jar. Big collector of Yu-Gi-Oh! But these cards, it is a sad, bitter fate that these faced. I had an entire PSA 9 set at one point. I thought I would be big brain. I'm like, yeah, PSA's a tough grader. We're going to send them into CGC. That was a terrible decision. That was not a good idea. That happened, and I got, I don't know, 4 of the 9s crossed. I got a 10 on like the cheapest one. I think a PSA 10 of that card's like $250. And these ones didn't cross. CGC was like, nah, these aren't even close to a 9 in CGC, but we don't want them. And a couple, I think, I think a Mechanical Chaser went to an 8.5 or something. I don't remember. It wasn't good. It was, so basically my 9 set got obliterated into a million pieces. It was not a good sight. So yes, letting these go. I'm not going to rebuild that set. I do want a raw set. That is going to happen. I do have, I don't know, 3 of whatever, nine cards, 3 of the 9, something like that. 3 of the 8. I think it's 8. Already in existence in my possession. So getting rid of the PSA 9s, these are expensive. Morphing Jar is, I'm guessing, $1,500 plus. Needleworm's probably about $700, I'm guessing, at auction. Completely guessing. Kyogre, I have no clue. A PSA 9, probably maybe 1,500, 1,600. So we'll see where that goes. Looking forward to it. We got this is the Arceus from Crown Zenith. A lot of Crown Zenith you're going to see in here. So again, ending this Sunday through Z&G Emporium on eBay. Go check it out. Do recommend his service. He does great work. So I'm looking forward to seeing this end. And then the week after is when my Zapdos cards are going to end. And you should join me this Sunday. And I already said it once, but you should join me. I think it's right around 9 p.m. I'll be going live this Sunday, going through and seeing how I did and kind of where I fared and see how it went. Mirror Force PSA 10 from Metal Raiders. Now, this one, yeah, I don't know what to say about this one. I love Mirror Force. I have a Mirror Force PSA 10 on my desk here. So, one of my favorite cards of all time. I don't need every variant of it. I don't need. That was originally the path I was going down. I want all of them. I want all the PSA 10s. I'm not gonna do that. Obviously, it doesn't make sense. So pretty much after these 2 weeks of me selling a bunch of crap ends, I will have another video I'll post of what do I have now? And there's still a lot of stuff. None of this stuff is being sold behind me, and there's still a lot of stuff. So yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. Uh, this is a Dragonite V from Evolving Skies. Roughly, I think I just saw one sell last night, $250 or so. Vampire Lord PSA 10 Dark Crisis First Edition. This one's roughly $700. This is like $100. This is like the first, I think, one of the first printings of Dark Magician Girl in Japanese. For whatever reason, this card gets absolutely slapped and nobody cares. But in a 10, it sells for literally around $100. Moltres 75. This is a fossil CDC 10, the big one. This is a tag 10 base unlimited Charizard. Top 1. It'll be really interesting to see where this goes. Already at $700. Already at $700. Not bad. Last night we saw a bunch of CGC 9s sell for $700. CGC 9.5 sold for like $1,000. CGC 10s have been selling anywhere from 2,500 to 3 grand. I would love to see it in that wheelhouse. That would be phenomenal. This is a Giratina, one of my favorite cards from Crown Zenith, all English. First edition Shadowless Machamp. Pretty decently low pop on these still through CGC. Can't complain. I've sent a bunch of these. These Mickey Brave little Tailors, hollows. These are like 140, 150 still in PSA 10. I think I sent like 5 of them. Tag base unlimited Chari or Venusaur, sorry. I think a PSA 10 is going for like $700 or so. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that was the CGC 10. Fossil Mew Hollow CGC 10. Erica First Edition. Misty's Tentacruel. A bunch of really good cards. There is not, I don't think there's anything that's not a 10 in here. Fossil Zapdos and a 10. I don't need that card. So yeah, this is the only, I didn't even consider this part of my Zapdos collection. The Fossil 10 CGC 10. Just because it's not a pristine 10. It's not that expensive of a card. You're gonna see it end maybe gonna be between 100 and 150 bucks probably. CGC Japanese vintage stuff is absolutely so cheap. Some Palkias and Dialgas, all PSA 10 from Crown Zenith, a bunch of them. Lump them boys in there. This just sold for like 140 last night. Starmie V was really cool, so there's one of those, a PSA 10. Umbreon VMAX, shout out to Brandon Baker. Bought this card from him raw, and I'm on track to make a little bit of money. We'll see how that one ends. Really curious. This is page 2, and I graded the Lost Origin Giratina V alt art in a PSA 10, along with the Aerodactyl, so that's being auctioned. Most of the PC cards were at the front. The cards that were in the PC that are just forever in the PC, or not in the PC, I guess. Yeah, these are the cards that I basically had for flipping. I have another Starmie V because I wasn't sure which one was mine actually, so there's a couple of them. I think all the Brave Little Tailors are mine. One Charmander from 151, already doing pretty well, 53 bucks. And then a Selly Chari, 78 bucks. Is that it? No, we're still going. We got a Alice from Lorcana. This is a PSA 10. A couple Giratinas. A couple of the Mewtwo Secret Rare V-Stars. Another Arceus, Dialga, Palkia, and this one ended. So they accidentally listed this one as a pristine, and it's a perfect 10, so we're just going to run it again next week. After somebody places a bid on a card, you can't edit the listing name, which is the dumbest thing in the world. I guess I don't fully understand it. I guess you could change it from near mint to LP, like towards the end of the auction, and that would not be a good look. But man, I feel like there should be something. Like you should, like if being an auction house, you should have, looking at you DC Sports and everybody else, like I feel like you should be able to swing it around a little bit to be able to change your listings after they got bids on them. If you're a reputable business, you know, something like that. Oops, it was a pristine. Let's make it a perfect. I don't know. That's just me. Or maybe you got to email eBay and say, hey, can you update this listing? And maybe they can. If you got to, like we had 7 days for this auction to end, that'd be interesting to see if they could actually do that. And I feel like they should be able to, in theory, but they probably don't want to waste their time with it. Anyways, that is all the stuff I have ending through Z&G Emporium on eBay. Just dumping it. A lot of stuff. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this ends. And I'm really looking forward to the week after on Fanatics, going through Catch 'em All collectibles and all my Zapdos cards. That will be cool to see and probably feel some pain. So hope to see you guys there Sunday live. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Y'all have a good one. Peace.